This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shake your body.
Wake your fuck ass up.
Chat in literature.
You know, Alyssa Milano, man, it's like, what can't she do?
Word.
You know,
That's,
what can't she do?
I can't play the piano or the guitar, and I'm really bummed out about it.
Damn, how'd you even make it this far?
Right?
You can't.
You ever think about those things like that you'll never do in your life? Like, I'll never write a sonata. I'll never like win a gold medal at the Olympics.
Damn. That's
Like that's where I am.
That's where you are.
Yeah.
That you can't play the guitar or the piano.
Yep.
But you
And I'm never gonna win a gold medal.
You're
at the
never going to win a
Olympics.
gold medal at the Olympics. But it's always fun thinking that that's always a possibility. But that's a great way of seeing the glass half empty.
Right.
Welcome back to the show, Alyssa Milano.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Damn, I don't like thinking like that because then it makes me question what I've done with my life. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Right, but then I also think looking at the things that you can't do makes you appreciate the things where you are at that moment, right? Because otherwise you're like looking, what's next, instead of just like being content in where you are right now.
And appreciating what
Yeah.
you have right now. Well, damn, you just took me on a real like a roller
Good
coaster right there.
morning.
Yes, Alyssa Milano is here. So,
Thank you. I'm
but-
done now.
You're done now? But I always find it interesting that you've had such a variety in your career, even in being a host of Project Runway All-Stars. I mean, I don't know if someone would have said you were going to become a host of that, I was really? I
Yeah.
wouldn't have thought that.
Especially after my 80s fashion, right?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like some of those choices.
Yeah, you was pushing the envelope. You made your mark.
You know what? That was an opportunity that came up, and it actually was one of those things where I was terrified to kind of try it because I'd never hosted anything before. And, I'm used to having a script and not, playing someone else rather than being myself on camera. So I just thought, this is one of those things that scares me, so I should probably do it.
Good talent,
You
right?
know?
Alyssa, for those who are unfamiliar, who haven't yet seen you as a judge on there, what type of judge are you? Are you like a Simon Cowell type? Or
No,
are you nice?
No, I try to find the good in everything because honestly, I'm not like a fashion insider, and I'm sitting next to Isaac Mizrahi and Georgina Chapman, who are so amazing at what they do. So I kind of look at it as I'm representing the audience member at home that's watching the show.
Right.
That's like, ooh, I would never wear that. We're more in a practical sense than as like a fashion eye sense.
Okay, got it.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that got to put a lot of pressure on you, I would imagine, when you go out in public. Like, they're going to scrutinize what you have on even more, right?
Yeah, they're gonna do that anyway, though.
Okay,
They're gonna
yeah.
do that anyway,
Yeah,
right?
you're used to that.
Yeah, and you know what? You can't. I mean, fashion should be about creative expression and individual taste and aesthetic. And I feel like most celebrities now are so afraid of being ridiculed for what they wear that everyone's sort of lost sight of individuality and dressing to express yourself. Yeah. There was a time, if you like Google, the Golden Globes 15 years ago, even 20 years ago, nobody had stylists, and you could really see like Jodie Foster in clothes that she liked. That wasn't
right?
part of the machine of like creating an image and publicists and designers trying to get their stuff on the red carpet. It was like what you liked, you wore.
Huh.
Damn,
And I kind of miss those days.
those are the good old days.
Well, hey, a lot of folks in hip hop feel like everyone's going towards the individuality route a little too hard, sprinting down there, because we have guys who are wearing shirts that look like dresses. Jaden Smith, who very much is a supporter of men in skirts.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that as a style?
I mean, I think if he feels good in it and that's like his thing, I mean, if he's doing it for attention and he doesn't feel that it's true to who he is, then that's, I think you can recognize when it's not true to someone's personality. But if he likes it, then good for him.
I agree.
Yeah, that's definitely true to who he is.
Yeah.
We've seen him in white, like with Batman costumes.
By the
Yeah.
way, would you consider him hip hop?
Ooh.
That's
That's not an insult. That's just like
no.
that's
Well,
just
looking
like a
at-
question. Like,
off of the lineage, just off the strength of that, the bloodline, in a sense, yes. For the music that he makes, I don't think he would even categorize himself as anything.
Yeah,
Right.
I think he's of the like the titles we had growing up and the
Yeah.
columns that they put us in
Right.
and the categories.
Right.
Those lines are all blurred now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's a little bit of hip hop. He's a little bit of this. He's a little bit of
pop,
that.
a little bit,
Alternative.
yeah.
Right.
He's like gumbo.
right.
Jaden
I
Smith
think
is gumbo.
he's gumbo. I think that's good though that those categories kind of don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but
kind of fluid.
it's fluid. But I see that too in your field. Like before, someone who has done television typically didn't do the big screen or vice versa, right?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a really good observation. Yeah. When I grew up on television, it was like you either did TV or film. You couldn't cross over to both. And now you can do anything really. And I think that that's great, especially in a business that is so hard to have longevity. It's great that you have like these options now, and I think that one of the things that was so great about Project Runway All Stars was it was going to give me that foundation of like, well, maybe when I'm not hired anymore as an actress, because let's face it, once you reach a certain age, it's very hard to work.
What age is? Who came in and
Right.
was telling us from Sex and the
Sex
City?
in the City.
Kim
Kim
Cattrall said the
yeah.
same thing, like ageism in Hollywood. Like,
Oh yeah,
But mainly for women.
yeah. I mean, I think you see all of these gorgeous women that get work done to their face. They're doing it because they're trying to keep their career, alive. They're doing it to try to look younger, I think. Yeah, it's kind of scary. So I mean, so that's when you say that you look at me and I've done so many things. It's because like you kind of need to work when you can work,
Right.
and diversify. Like you would diversify like some sort of business portfolio. You kind of have to diversify your career so that you have other options.
yo, Alyssa Milano is a
Break
hustler.
it down.
I am a hustler.
You're a hustler, baby. All right, I want to open up the phone lines and speak with Alyssa. She's here. She always comes by the show. We always feel great when you get here, and you always enlighten us on some things. So 888-742-3345. You can speak to her directly. Sway. Alyssa Milano is here. That's that Cassidy, I'm a hustler. That's her theme song now. Alyssa's
works.
a hustler. Who's the boss? She's the boss.
Bows. Thank you.
Shoot, you're not charming her. She charmed you.
Ooh, keep it flowing,
You
Calloway.
want to add on to that?
Keep going.
I mean, I'm kind of starstruck because she, like I was saying before, she was in one of my favorite movies of all time,
Which is
Commando.
Commando.
Matrix, son.
That's right. You were in
That's
Commando.
sweet.
That's your favorite of all
I had that
time?
shit on VHS.
On VHS.
That's all we had was VHS. All right.
I was just wondering if I could ask. We've had people come by and talk about roles that they didn't get that we never would have known that they were originally up for. And people like Eric Stoltz was originally Marty McFly in Back to the Future, but he got replaced with Michael J. Fox. So I was just wondering, was there any roles that you almost got that nobody would have ever known?
I almost got the Winona Ryder role in Beetlejuice.
No.
It was between the two of us, yeah.
You would have been fire at that as well, yo.
That would have been cool.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
I mean, she's amazing.
Right.
Though.
Of course,
She's like
yeah.
a legend and one of my idols, So, but yeah.
When you saw it, were you kind of just like, shit?
I was like, damn. Yeah.
Hoping the movie was terrible.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was
Damn,
hard.
you
That was a
missed out
tough
on that
week.
Aw.
Damn.
Yeah, because when you're a kid and you don't get jobs, it's like it's hard.
Right.
You sort of get used to it. The older you get, you're like, well, how many roles? If you go up for maybe 10 roles, you're going to get maybe one out of those 10. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like it's like 1 out of 50, right?
Yeah.
Charlize Theron was saying something interesting recently. She said that the prettier you are as a woman, the less challenging roles there are for you. That they don't give the meaty
I think
character.
that's true to an extent, for sure.
Yeah?
I mean, I think that's true. Yeah. I think that those things are changing.
Mhm.
But I do think it seems like, in a comedy, it's always the best friend that has the super, super funny lines. and
Right.
they always cast someone super quirky for that. But I think I'd like to hope that that's changing. But I do think she has a point. And
Yeah.
she has to work harder because she is so gorgeous.
She is beautiful.
Yeah.
I was thinking back to how you were saying a lot of older actresses, you may see in times them getting, the work done on their face, on their bodies, and just so they can stay hot or so-called hot or appeal in the land of Hollywood. But in this new generation too. You're seeing like teenagers who are, getting
Crazy.
work done, and and I know someone like a Kylie Jenner would get.
Her lips.
People would criticize her because it looked like I don't know, she
No,
got her
she
lips.
admitted to it.
She got her lips
I
done.
follow her doctor
Oh, okay. Damn.
on Instagram. Non-surgical procedures,
You take your
guys.
job way too seriously, okay?
It's only $3,000.
What advice would you give to some of the younger, someone like she's beautiful naturally anyway, but
gorgeous. And most of these girls are.
Yeah.
But I think we've conditioned even young girls to feel like they need to do this as a preventative measure so that they won't get wrinkles. Which is crazy to me that you have like these women under 30 that get Botox because they're like, yeah, my doctor told me if I start now, then I will never have wrinkles.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, okay, but you're still injecting botulism into your face.
Yeah.
And, you're going to be doing it longer because by the time you're 60, you're going to have 30 years of botulism in your face. But I think the advice I would give to young girls is find shit that fulfills you that is other than the way you look. Because there is no way in this society and how women are sexism and ageism and everything that you will ever feel content with who you are if you don't have other things that fulfill you besides the external stuff. So, whether that means going to college and getting a career you really love, or writing in a diary, or whatever it is that makes you feel like a complete human being, so that on those days that you have a huge zit on your face that you're not gonna like crawl onto the covers and never want to go out again. I think are important. And the older you get, it should be, to me, a celebration.
Yeah.
I'm so much. I find that I'm so much more well-rounded in my 40s than I was in my 20s.
Yeah,
My 20s was so rough.
Yeah.
So I don't want to go back to that. And the other thing that I think that women need to realize is you don't need to be attractive to everyone.
Say it again.
Right? Like I don't, I'm aging. I'm 43. I'm going to be 44. My husband thinks I'm hot.
I do too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
Thank you very much.
You are not alone.
Thank you.
All right.
But my point is, like, you need to just be you, and who you're attracted to is individual to the person. It doesn't have to be everyone, especially in this industry.
Especially in the industry. Alyssa Milano.
Well said.
Damn. Yeah, since you become a mom, you become much wiser, I
All
tell you.
right, it's time to do it.
And I have a daughter, so I'm like, I'm taking notes for when
it-
she's 20.
Yeah. The kids are Bella, right?
Bella's 18 months,
And
and my son is Milo,
Milo is
4.
okay.
Yeah. Thanks for knowing that.
Damn. No, I remember the whole breastfeeding thing that took place, and I had no problem with you breastfeeding, by the way,
Thank you.
either.
Appreciate that.
Feminist,
In the most
Sway.
perv way possible.
Keep that part to yourself.
I'm joking.
That was your outside voice.
That was,
Sway.
I know.
That was your
Oh,
outside
y'all
voice.
heard that?
Right.
Oh, I was just thinking that. Oh, my bad. All right, we got JT from. I have a daughter too, so I'm always especially attentive towards folks in the public eye that have children,
Yeah.
and I love to hear their feedback on, children first of all.
Yeah, and raising kids, it's pretty important.
Yes, it's more important than that Oscar.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen, for sure. And I think that anyone that's put their career first and chosen to not have children will tell you that having a family is more important.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
They might have the Oscar, but
that family.
you're not going to be thinking about that on your deathbed.
Not at all. Nah, especially
Damn.
if you're alone. And it just got real morbid up
Yeah,
in here.
what the
fuck?
Alyssa's taking us ups and downs here, man.
It's a heavy morning today.
All right, JT is on the line from Jersey. JT, what up?
JT.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning,
Sway,
JT.
Tracy, and Alyssa. Good morning. My question, just a quick question, was who was your biggest inspiration and why in your field of work?
In my field of work, I would say Audrey Hepburn. Because she, all the obvious reasons, so beautiful, fashion icon, so talented, but also because she understood giving back. She was one of the first Goodwill ambassadors for UNICEF.
Oh, wow.
And, she was doing that at a time when it wasn't being done.
Mm-hmm.
Her and Danny Kaye were kind of like the first. And I just have so much respect for at that time that she was able to see outside of herself and give back in the way that she was able to give back. I would say the biggest influence in my life, though, is probably my mom and my dad.
Your mom and your dad.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Winona as well.
Yeah, I mean, she was one of my idols growing up for sure.
Yeah.
She was so talented, so beautiful, super special.
Do you kind of have a support system of peers in the industry? Just kind of like your clique?
My support system standing right there.
Cousin Jesse?
Cousin Jesse. My best friend Allah.
Okay.
Hey, guys.
Your name is
Allah's actually DJ Khaled's brother.
Get the...
Look at the face. Look at the face.
I got to Snapchat you, bro.
Have we met before? Never met you? You don't hang out with Khaled much.
He's in Miami and I'm in LA.
You're in LA.
You're wearing
Wow.
his headphones.
Look.
I see him.
You so, did you notice that? Yeah, your brother's that's my
Yeah, we
my
love him.
dudes right there. That's my dude, man.
Well,
Okay.
that's my dude.
That's your dude?
Right there.
So we got that family in common. So we shouldn't have to pay for a DJ ever again in our lives, right? Don't
That's
you
right.
agree?
I totally
Yeah.
agree.
Alyssa, you
Yes.
smart.
Stupid. Good going,
All right, we got
DB.
Todd from Florida on the line. Todd, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. Good morning.
Hi,
Sway,
Todd.
Tracy G.
Hey, Bo.
Milano.
Hi, dude.
Thank you for getting my heart rate up to about 150 driving to work today.
Oh,
My lifelong crush, Alyssa Milano.
that's very
about
kind. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Yeah, it's interesting when you look back, and I still think it's circa 1980s. But we're both mid-40s now. We both have families. We both have careers, but it only takes a split second to get back to the 80s.
Aw.
Wow, that's kind of sexual.
That's very sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, Todd, you're a citizen.
Let's wait a minute.
I knew the next thing was about to get a little
Yeah.
scary, so I just went ahead and got rid of that.
Kill it right
It's
there.
feeling about to get scary,
Oh,
right?
I felt it. I was like, nah.
All right. Frank's on the line. Frank, good morning. How you doing?
Frankie.
Morning. I'm good. How y'all doing?
Great.
Good morning, Frank.
Good morning. I feel honored, man. I got on the show twice this week.
Oh,
Wow.
shoot.
Damn, been a slow week.
Sway.
No, I'm sorry, Frank. Go ahead.
Alyssa, you did a movie some years ago, and I forgot the name of it, but you were with the woman that was in The Golden Child, and you actually did a scene where you kissed her, like on the mouth.
Yeah, I did. I did lesbian scenes before they were cool.
Hey.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. Now it's like totally normal, but then it was,
You were
a
groundbreaking.
big deal. Yeah, it was groundbreaking.
It was
yeah.
muff breaking.
I was just wondering.
You were carpet break. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Now, I was just wondering, was that difficult for you?
Was it difficult for me? I mean, all love scenes are really difficult. They're really kind of uncomfortable and weird and choreographed, and the guys are usually wearing some weird, like, very thin nude colored G-string that just makes their package look bizarre. I mean, it's all very it's all very weird. So yeah, it was definitely uncomfortable.
Yo, I gotta, since we on the topic, because I always watch these scenes.
Yeah.
Like, who did we have? Billy Bob Thornton up here, and we were talking about Monsters Ball, and in the scene with him and Halle Berry, and I was like, bro, I mean, how did you not, like, get aroused? Or it just really, they shot it so well, it looked like it happened.
Right.
Willem Dafoe with the ice cream.
Oh, William Dafoe.
Oh, and Madonna.
Yeah, he went down on Madonna and
Tasted like ice cream.
and what did he say?
Tasted like ice cream.
Yeah, he said it tasted like ice cream. 'Cause I was being professional,
my God.
Alyssa.
I'm just saying. Yeah,
I only-
Did he really say that?
That's a direct quote.
I asked him, how does it smell? Well,
Right.
do you have that clip? And then his response kind of threw us for a loop. But in those scenes, do they get aroused?
I've never felt an aroused penis during a love scene.
Okay,
Yes, ever.
okay.
Ever.
Were the guys gay? No, I'm just joking. No, but listen to this. Listen to this.
Sway in the morning, where you never know what's going to go down or who. Here's actor Willem Dafoe.
Madonna, the movie is Body of Evidence. There's a scene. You basically put your face in her crotch between her legs. Was that a body double or was that Madonna?
Oh, God. That was Madonna.
That was Madonna, yes!
You go out, give her props, Sway.
Man, I saw the scene. Your face was there, man. It was touching her crotch. So y'all really went through it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. What did it smell like, man? Jeez.
Like ice cream.
What a peculiar answer.
So weird. And it was so right. It was like right there too in his head.
Yeah.
Like he didn't even have to think about that.
Yep.
He was like,
Top of
like
mind.
ice cream. Just like that.
He was ready.
He was ready with that. Like he'd given it some thought.
Yeah, like he had to stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
With it, right?
He's like, oh, thank God you asked. Like ice cream.
Exhale.
Wow. Alyssa Milano, ladies and gentlemen.
Alyssa gets it, yo.
Yo, she definitely gets it. What's next for you?
I just finished a pilot, so now it's a comedy for CBS. So now we're in that waiting period. We have about another 5 weeks to figure out if it got picked up. The middle of May, I'll be back in New York to start shooting Project Runway All Stars again.
Okay.
And that's it. Just being a mommy.
Wow. Alyssa Milano, man. It's always great having you here.
Thank you for having me. You guys are the best.
I remember one time you came, we really wanted to just keep having you come back. You should be doing your own podcast or something. You're not doing that yet?
No.
Nah?
No, I have fun just coming hanging out with you.
Okay, thank you. All right, great. Okay, Project Runway All Stars Thursday nights, 9 p.m. on Lifetime. Up next, we got Mekhi Phifer.
Yep.
You want to talk with Mekhi? 888-742-3345. Alyssa, thanks for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
It's Sway in the morning. Only on Shade 45.